ready to do my February TBR. I did wind up reading 13 books last month, which was really exciting. I do hope to do a little bit of listening this month as well. I didn't do much last month, but I am going to make it a goal to complete the Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy and make some more progress on Half-Blood Prince. But the books that I'm going to read, I actually have a nice pile, and some of them are like a little bit different, so we'll see. I'm not doing that much for the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge this month, just because I have a lot of review books that I want to get out of the way, but I did pull books out of my TBR jar, but I did read like 5 for the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge last month, so it won't be that bad if I don't read one month, but we will see. Stuff might pop up during the month that might correspond to some of the challenges as well. The first book I'm going to read, going along with a couple of review books that I need to do. The first one is by The Charm and the Curse, and this is from Entangled. Enough to send me an advanced reader copy of this for my Kindle, so hopefully I will get to read it soon. This is actually the next book that I am going to read, and I know it has to do with magic and carnivals or circuses, so I'm actually really excited to read it, and I will report back. The next book that I'm going to read is also from NetGalley, and it is #PrettyBoyMustDie. I've decided to change my TBR up just because I was looking at the pile of books, and I think it was making me panic a bit. So I do have other books that I would love to get to, but since this is a shorter month, I am going to make it a little bit shorter. And I might get through more books than I planned, but I'm going to limit myself to 10 books. And just talked about the 2 ebooks. And then the next book I want to read is The Case of Mrs. Magus and Ella Holmes mystery. The reason I'm reading this is because Millie Bobby Brown, her production company, just acquired this, and she will be playing the lead character. It is super short. It is like 210 pages. I'm also doing a readathon today, so this actually might get read today just so I can be done with it. But I'm super excited to read this, and I will definitely report back on my thoughts. And the next couple of books are all books that I'm doing for the book site that I work for, Bookish Things and More. They've been featured in a couple of my videos, but the first book, which is also a February release, is People Like Us. I got this at New York City Comic Con, and I was able to read Dan Mealy, and this is another psychological thriller. And it takes place at a private school, and it's a sharp psychological thriller, which is right for fans of 13 Reasons Why and Pretty Little Liars. The story will seduce, mislead, and finally betray you. And I really like both those series. I'm a big Pretty Little Liars fan, and I love the mystery in 13 Reasons Why, so hopefully I like this. Another book that they asked me to want, and I was supposed to read this last month, but I got sick and it just did not happen. It's another space adventure, which is Black Star Renegades by Michael Mordici. And this is kind of a smash up between Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's it. So it's a classic sci-fi pop with a postmodern punk. I haven't heard many things about this at all, but I'm really excited for it, and the author was kind of fun to meet at Comic-Con. The next book is one of my Owl Crate books. I would love to also read The Glass Bear because they're doing their Owl Crate readathon this month, but I will definitely read Hearts That We Sold. And this book came in their August box, which is Something Wicked This Way Comes. I've heard actually super good things about it, so hopefully I get to read it. The next book that I hope to get to is another ARC, and this is from Epic Reads. This is Queen Rising. It's by Rebecca Ross. And I got this from the Pick 4 Day. And this is another magic book, which I really, really like witches and witchcraft, so hopefully I like this. And also going along with my Tamora Pierce reread, I'm going to read my favorite book in that series, which is The Wizard Heir by Cinda Williams-Chima. I definitely love Steph, and I'm so excited to dive back into this world. Another review book that I have to do for the month of March is the sequel to The Anastasia Phoenix, which is by Diana Rodriguez-Walsh, and this I actually met her niece, and I'm really good friends with her niece. So I got this at BookCon, but I want to read the sequel next month, so this will have to get read. And I hope I like it. I've heard really good things from my friend, and I love psychological mysteries. The last book that I'm planning on reading this month is Say You'll Remember Me by Katie McGarry. This is her newest release. It's, from what I heard, it's like a standalone, but I'm really excited. I've never been let down by Katie McGarry's books, so I hope that I like this. So that is my modest TBR. I definitely have about maybe like 4 more books that I would love to get to. But that stock was, and also, I'm going to continue with my TBR, I'm going to read a short story anthology, and this month it's going to be Three Sides of a Heart, which is about love triangles. I've heard super good things, and I hope I like this just as much as Meet Cute. But those are all the books that I hope to read. I may shock you guys, and I might come back in March with a lot of books read, but my pile was making me hyperventilate a little bit, so I wanted to lessen my burden. And I also really, really far ahead, so on my TBR and stuff. So on my Goodreads goals. So this might be a smaller month, but I'm still super excited. Let me know in the comments what book you're most excited for me to read, and I'll talk to you guys later.